I'm telling you, like, this may be the biggest concept that we talk about. There's lots of things that we talk about, but this is kind of like the foundation of all foundations. This is kind of like the first brick. This is big time. And so I've got a question for you.
This struggle got purpose and we grow. So whatever road we have to take next, all I need to know is that we'll roll with the punches.
Y'all, good morning. We're back for another day of just talking about mental health, talking about life, just doing this life together, y'all. Just doing this life together. Grateful for another day that we have all to just spend this time together doing life. And I'm very excited. This is actually 2 consecutive days that we've done this daily. I'm telling you, one of my 2025 goals is to do this, is to make sure that we are doing this show daily. If you're going to call a show daily, Midwest Anxiety Daily, you got to do it daily. You got to show up. You got to do it. And it's going to be every intention of mine to give you this show. I just like communicating. I just like bringing you stuff. I just like being able to do mental health differently, y'all. And this is our way of doing mental health. And 2025, we're lifting off with that world tour. More to come on that. More to come after NYC. We're going to talk about lifting off after NYC. But we're so excited because, we are so excited because in just a couple days, actually tomorrow we're going to New York City, and we're just going to go on just a fantastic tour of New York City, spend 2 weeks there, and you're coming along with us every night at 7 p.m. We'll be live. We're going to be dropping dailies every morning at 6:30 a.m. Central Time. So much going on. Friday conversation, Saturday morning donuts. You know the deal. We're taking Midwest Anxiety on the road to New York City, and you're coming with us. But before we do that, we still got some stuff to take care of here in Kansas City, and I'm off to just see clients today. Got another day, a full rocket ship of clients that I'm going to be talking about, just squeezing the most out of life today, y'all. Squeezing the most out of life, doing that cognitive behavioral therapy. And so let's just go ahead and get into it. Let's get into it today, y'all. Let's do this. Let's do this thing we call MWA Thang.
In my soul, in my soul, in my soul, in my soul, I feel so alive. I feel so alive. I feel so alive. In my soul, in my soul, in my soul, in my soul, I feel so alive. I feel so alive.
All right, y'all. I was talking with a new client recently, and they were just giving me some feedback about Midwest Anxiety and just how they love what we do. They love that we are community-based, that we are mobile. And we got to talking, and one of the things that I said was just like, I've done that office thing. I know what that's about clinically. I'm also a dad. I know what that's like. I know what life is like, right? I know what life is like. I know what the clinical part is like. And what we're trying to do here at Midwest Anxiety, the MWA thing, is we're trying to merge mental health with life, right? Mental health with life. That's the MWA thing. That's doing mental health differently. And so we're mobile. We come to you. I'm trying to take the friction out of mental health, right? What do you got to do? If you got an appointment, you got to take the kid out of school, right? You got to, drive to the office. You got to sit in that office, which that kid's all squirming around and doing all this. And you're like, would you just participate? Would you just sit up straight? Would you just And then you got to take them from the office. Then you got to go feed them something, take them to McDonald's. And then you finally take them back to school, right? What if we didn't have to do any of that? What if we took the friction out of mental health and we just came to you? We just came to you and we were just like, okay, we're getting closer. We're getting closer to your real life. We're getting closer to your real life. And we're going to come into your life and we're going to bring mental health into your world. We're going to take the friction out of it. We're like the Uber of mental health, all right? We're like the Uber of mental health. And we're just going to come to you. We're going to do mental health that way. That's reimagining. That's doing mental health differently. And that's what we hope to see more of in therapy. Sure, there's all kinds of different therapies, okay? There is a time and a place to be in an office. I want you to hear me say that again. Time and a place to be in an office. There are certain kind of things clinically that needs to be in office. But there's certain things that also need to be out in the community. They need to be out in the places where the anxiety, where the depression, where all those struggles exist. And that's the MWA thing. That's what we're doing. That's for the people that like doing mental health differently. And so I really appreciated that client's feedback. I appreciate everyone that supports Midwest Anxiety and likes to do it our way. Our way is not the only way, y'all. Our way is not the only way, but it is a way. It is a way of doing mental health. And we're excited to bring more of it to you. Just bring more. Just Midwest Anxiety. Just shout from the skyscrapers of New York to from the beaches of Turks and Caicos. We're planning to take the world tour. All right, the world tour in 2025. You guys stay tuned. We're doing mental health our way, the MWA thing, y'all. All right. I get excited talking about mental health. I don't know if you can tell or not, but this is just more than a job for me. This is more than a job. This is a way of doing life. And I'm here just to share it with you and share it with everyone else, y'all. All right? Okay, it's time for what's been coming up in client sessions. All right, y'all, just a couple minutes until I see a client, but I wanted to talk with you about something that I really focus on with clients. I'm telling you, this may be the biggest concept that we talk about. There's lots of things that we talk about, but this is kind of like the foundation of all foundations. This is kind of like the first brick. This is big time. And so I've got a question for you. All situations, you guys stay with me because this may be a little confusing at the beginning. It's gonna seem like a trick question, but are all situations all positive, negative, or neutral? Positive, negative, or neutral? Are all situations positive, negative, or neutral? You go ahead, just say your answer out loud, say it out loud. And so let me give you an example. Okay, it's, what is it? It's like 38 degrees outside. 38 degrees. Is that a positive situation, a good situation? Is that a negative situation? Or is it neutral? Okay, it being 38 degrees out. Positive, negative, or neutral? Okay, there's probably some of you that are saying positive. There's probably some of you that are saying it's negative. Let me go even a step further. For all you out there that are experiencing anxiety, let's say that you just had a panic attack this morning. Is that a positive situation? Is that a negative situation? Or is that a neutral situation? Again, some of you are probably saying positive. Some of you are probably saying negative. Well, I don't know. Probably a lot of you won't. More of you will say negative. Most of you will say negative. So the answer to this question is all situations are neutral. All situations are neutral. It being 38 degrees outside isn't positive. It's not negative. It has no meaning. It's neutral. It's just 38 degrees, okay? It's just 38 degrees. You having a panic attack this morning It's not positive. It's not good. It's not negative. And you're like, yeah, Randy, yeah, you don't know what a panic attack is like. It's neutral. It's neutral, okay? So the thought is this, is that all situations start out neutral, and you apply your thoughts, your feelings, and your behaviors, cognitive behavioral therapy, right? You apply all three of those things to all situations. So here's the thing. The good news is a situation doesn't have to change. That you, and this is what we do in therapy, you have to find different ways to relate to that situation. Okay, so a panic attack, you could actually, I could help you be excited about having a panic attack. I could get you excited about having a panic attack. You would just have to change your meaning around that panic attack. You would have to say something like, yeah, when I have a panic attack, I'm getting excited because I'm finding a new way. I'm finding a new way to deal with that anxiety, those panic attacks. And I'm shifting my focus. I'm shifting the way that I think about it. I'm shifting the way that I relate to it. And when I have the panic attack, it's an opportunity for me to change my relationship with panic and anxiety. That actually I can go from fearing anxiety to either being excited about it or just being kind of neutral with it and just being like, okay, I just had a panic attack. Now, I know a lot of you out there that have panic attacks, that have lots of anxiety. You're probably kind of like saying, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, or who the heck is he? But really, the power of your thoughts and the power of cognitive behavioral skills and your ability to shift your focus is a powerful thing. And I would encourage you, if you feel overwhelmed by situations, if you feel anxious, if you feel depressed, look into cognitive behavioral therapy. Look into not thinking about the outside of you. Don't think about the outside of you, but the inside of you. How in 2025 are you going to start to focus on you being healthier? You being healthier. Stop focusing on the outside. Stop wishing that things would change. Stop wishing that it would be 85, 90 degrees like I do. And just start focusing on, okay, how am I going to get through this winter? How am I going to get through this in a neutral to positive place? Because negativity, there's no place for negativity. All right, y'all? All right, I think I've said enough on that. I got to get to see the next client. Remember, all situations are neutral. You're the one that's applying your meaning to whatever situation that you're in. All right? All right. Okay, it's time for what's been coming up in client sessions. All right, parents, especially if parents of kids that struggle behaviorally, I just want to talk with you for a minute. I just want to remind you, because sometimes as parents, we forget this part. Sometimes we focus on our kids' behavior and we don't really dig underneath that behavior and focus on how they're thinking and how they're feeling. Sometimes our kids will act out, or a lot of times our kids will act out their thoughts and their feelings, and they won't be able to communicate. They won't be able to communicate with you about what they're thinking and feeling. And so rather than just addressing their negative, disruptive behavior, I think we should also spend some time, some just quality, some time, some soft time where it's just you and your child. Maybe this is at bedtime. Maybe this is just like, you know, you get a blanket and you snuggle on the couch and you just try to create this soft moment where you say, hey, like, I know that you're in the situation, you were doing whatever, right? X. Tell me what you're thinking. Tell me what you're feeling, right? How are you feeling physically? But also, how are you feeling emotionally? Like, are you feeling frustrated? Are you feeling angry? Are you feeling sad? What are you thinking? What are you thinking in this moment? What's going on up here in your thoughts? And really, the focus should be on, yeah, sure, we can address the behavior, but really, if we want to do the good work, if we want to help your child really be able to change that behavior, we got to help them be able to change their thought and their feeling also. Because thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are all attached. They're all connected together. Okay, that's that good CBT work that we talk about. So spend some time with your kid, not just focusing on the negative disruptive behavior, but how your child's thinking and feeling too. If you can focus on that, your child is going to feel way more seen and heard, and you're going to connect better with your child. All right? All right. Thanks for watching today. You guys stay tuned. We're going to be in New York City, live from New York City. Midwest Anxiety's going on the road, and we're taking mental health to New York City. We'll be there December 5th through the 17th. We're going to be doing lots and lots of stuff. We're going to be going live every night at 7 p.m. on our YouTube channel, and we're going to be doing just daily vlog. We're going to be doing Friday conversation. We're going to be doing Saturday morning donuts. It's going to be a good time. You guys stay tuned. A lot of good stuff ahead for Midwest Anxiety and all of us out there, the MWA fam. The MWA fam, there's a lot of good stuff coming up for us. All right? All right.